Today, we are diving deep into a world where the risks are high, but the rewards, they can be absolutely mind-blowing. We're talking about foreclosure investing, and we're going to explore what happens when you bring a secret weapon to the table, artificial intelligence. This is all about how AI is completely changing the game for real estate investors.
So let me just start with a crazy question. How is it even possible for one single property investment to jump in value by over 7,000%? I mean, that sounds made up, right? It's a huge claim, but it perfectly sets the stage for the kind of hidden potential we're about to uncover. Well, here's your answer. Take a look. This property right here in Henderson, Nevada, it's sold for just over $4,000, but its estimated market value was nearly $327,000. No, that's not a typo. That's a staggering 7,287% difference. This is exactly the kind of jaw-dropping opportunity that exists out there.
But let's get real for a second. Finding deals like that is like a modern-day gold rush. Yeah, the rewards can be massive, but for most investors, the journey is just packed with risk and, frankly, a ton of guesswork.
And here's the biggest problem. Most people are out there trying to find that gold with like a rusty shovel and a pan. They're stuck using old-school methods, digging through mountains of public records, and relying on information that's often out of date or just flat out wrong.
So what does investing in the dark actually feel like? Well, imagine spending 20+ hours every single week just doing manual research. You're constantly worried that your data is bad. And then, when you finally find a potential winner, poof, a faster, better-informed investor has already snatched it up. It's just this frustrating, exhausting cycle of missed deals and mountains of paperwork.
So how in the world do you break out of that cycle? Simple. You upgrade your tools. You stop using the shovel and you bring a high-tech data engine to the gold rush. This is where technology gives today's investors an almost unfair advantage. And that engine is what we call a foreclosure intelligence platform. Just think of it as a smart system that does all the heavy lifting for you. It's constantly scanning real-time data using AI to pinpoint and analyze the absolute best opportunities. It basically turns messy data into your own competitive superpower.
And we're talking about incredible scale here. A platform like this can be tracking more than 17,000 properties, all in real time.
And remember that constant risk of bad information? Well, this replaces that fear with 99.8% data accuracy pulled right from the source at the courthouse. I mean, that's a level of confidence that just wasn't possible before.
Okay, so what's the bottom line? Does it actually work? Well, get this. Users report a 40% higher success rate. They're closing more deals than the old-school investors. The numbers really do speak for themselves.
But, impressive stats are one thing. Let's talk about real, tangible results, because the real proof, as always, is in the money, the returns that actual investors are getting. This, right here, shows you the huge impact. We are not talking about a few small wins. Just look at this. Users of one of these platforms have snapped up over $52 million worth of property. This isn't a theory. It's a proven model working at a massive scale. Now, let's zoom in on a single story. This is Michael R., a real estate investor, and he says this tech completely changed everything for him. He closed 12 deals in just 6 months. You know how many he closed in the 2 years before that? Fewer than 12. That is a gigantic shift in his business.
And what did that shift mean for his bank account? An incredible 89% average return on investment across all of those deals. That is the raw power of having the right information at exactly the right time.
And you don't have to be a full-time pro to do this. Take David K. He's a part-time investor with a busy day job. He needed a system that could be his eyes and ears while he was working. For him, the game changer was getting those instant alerts sent straight to his phone.
And you can see his results right here. Even doing this on the side, David acquired properties worth almost $900,000. And he pulled in an awesome average ROI of 34%. This just proves that with the right tools, you don't have to quit your job to see some serious success. Okay, so you've seen the problem, you've seen the high-tech solution, and you've seen the proof. So what does the actual playbook look like for an investor who's using this tech? How does it all come together?
It looks like this. A clear, super streamlined timeline. It all starts on day one. You get an instant alert on a new property. Then, you've got weeks to do your homework and prep your bidding strategy using all the data from the platform. So by the time auction day rolls around, you're not gambling. You're executing a smart, data-driven plan to buy a property for way less than it's worth. Now, getting into the game has a few different entry points. As you can see, the plans usually range from a basic level to get your feet wet with core reports, all the way up to premium and business plans that add in those must-have tools like mobile access, property trackers, and even things like API access if you're really looking to scale up your operation.
And all of this brings us to one final really big thought. For literally centuries, we've been told that real estate wealth is built on three things: location, location, location. But maybe, just maybe, the new mantra is data, data, data. Could it be that having the best information, analyzed instantly by AI, is the true foundation of building wealth in the 21st century? It's definitely something to think about.